time goes by so fast. You remember when you were a kid, you remember when your kids are born, now they're 5, they're 10 running around. Next thing you know, they're 20 getting married. Life is so fast. Hi, my name is Topaz Adides, and I'm the founder and creator of The Skin Deep, which is a creative studio.
Let me see that hair.
That hair is short. I cut it.
When you grow up, what do you want to do?
Watch TV.
Fantastic.
I want to save my parents.
Yeah.
Like my dad, he gets sick all the time. He gets sick so quickly that I hear him coughing upstairs and I'm just like, did I do this?
What we're building is a Wikipedia of human relationships, digital public library where you can access the relationships on this planet to help deepen the relationships in your own life. Basically, imagine a platform where you type in, I'm scared to be a dad. And it goes into all these conversations that have been filmed and played, and it compiles for you a custom playlist of 3-4 minutes of 5 interactions of different relationships around the world that are talking about that subject, about being fathers or scared to be fathers or concerned about fatherhood. The experiences I have of relationships, I'm 50% of them, I'm in them. But if I can actually witness an honest, vulnerable moment of another pair having a conversation that I'm not a part of, but I get to witness it in a real, honest way, it starts to illuminate for me the different possibilities of communicating and being in a relationship.
When I was pregnant, you remember we told you the doctors called and we said, we're gonna have a baby with Down syndrome, you remember? Mm-hmm. And I told you I was really scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was wishing that Down syndrome would not hurt you. And I was wishing that Down syndrome would not hurt our family because I was scared, right?
Yeah.
And then
here I am.
Here you are. And is it hurting you?
No.
Is it hurting me?
No.
Is it hurting Dad?
Never.
No, right?
And I feel like anybody who's around you is just like lucky.
We see ourselves as digital doses of humanity for the last 6 years.
What does digital mean? I wanted to ask you that.
Oh, basically, that's a good question. What does digital mean to me?
You can turn on your camera. Okay, one, two, three.
2, 3.
Hello.
Hey.
This is funny.
You no longer define yourself by the people that are physically around you. The change of technology led to a rapid change in the way we're relating to one another at a higher rate than ever before. And because of that, we wanted to bring conscientiousness to these changes and just create spaces for people to reconsider how they connect with themselves and with others. You know, they say the eyes are the window to the soul, right? You hear that saying. But maybe your soul is reflected in the way you impact others, is the way that you influence and connect and relate to others. So we created the window, which was a visual experience of an individual seeing themselves reflected in the people around them. So we interviewed all these other people, then brought the subject of those interviews into a room and showed them a video, 9-10 minute video of the people in their life speaking about how they, the subject, influenced them.
I admire her courage. I admire her strength.
Try her hairstyles and the different colors.
We started talking, sharing our experiences since we lost our sons. And she just made it a habit thereafter to call and quote unquote check up on me.
She's a great mother. I don't think she looks at herself as the best mother in the world.
So we have the and, which speaks about the space between, because a relationship is not you or me, it's you and me. It's not us or them, it's us and them.
Player 1 would start by drawing the first card and reading the question out loud for the other player to answer. Then, player 2 draws the next question to ask out loud.
What do you think life is teaching our relationship right now?
The biggest thing that I've learned overall throughout the pandemic thus far is gratitude. Gratitude for the abundance that I realized that I have in my life that I didn't really look at every day, like the abundance of time we had available and didn't always use.
Why do you love me?
If your partner came to you and said, why do you love me? You're not wondering why you love them. You're wondering, why is my partner asking me why they love me? What's their intention? Did I make a mistake? Did I leave the toilet seat up? What happened? But if you have questions and you create the space and the rules for there to be a justification for why you're playing this game or why this question came up, then that creates a space for the person to ask it, for the person to answer it, and the person to receive the answer.
In 5 words, describe what you think being intimate with me would be like.
Oh, wow. Is this the first question?
That's the first question.
Why?
When you were younger and you tried to take your own life. I want to know, but that's a hard question for me to ask you.
Well, I remember that I was just 3 years old, and when you came, you were just a little tiny little piggy. And you were just as pink as a rose.
And watching the videos helps cultivate emotional articulation, the ability to feel your feeling, but also communicate that into words. What's your greatest fear about getting older?
Oh. Like boom.
Boom.
Like in your face. I'm afraid to lose the ones that I love, to see them go. And I'm maybe afraid to die myself, which I don't believe is going to happen. How do you want to be remembered? That's a perfect question.
I thought about I think I want to be remembered as a kind person who cared about others in a real way. What I mean by that is I want to be remembered as someone, when you talk to him, you really felt like he heard you and saw you.